8 cities, 8 groups, 32 nations, 1 trophy, 1 dream. To win the greatest prize in basketball. The stage is set for China to welcome the world's best. The FIBA 2019 Basketball World Cup is finally upon us.
Unbelievable! Oh my word!
That's what it means to hit the winner for your country.
Whoa, get out of here! This is my house! What a finish!
What had it done?
Are you kidding me? Oh, baby!
Never stop believing.
Coming up, we will preview the chances of all 32 teams.
Big three, 6 a triple!
Take a look back at some classic World Cup matches.
Chris Paul, Greece have stunned the United States of America!
And hear from the stars of the show who can't wait to touch down in China.
I love China, I love Chinese culture, I love Chinese fans. It's amazing, I know there's gonna be a lot of energy. Hopefully a lot of fans can show up and enjoy the game and cheer for their home country also and cheer for the other players as well.
It'll mean a lot to the country of China. Basketball is eating up there. It's one of the fastest growing leagues, I think. The number of NBA players going over to play in China has skyrocketed over the last few years. And, you can tell that they are a basketball-hungry culture over there.
The crowd, the atmosphere is crazy. They take basketball very seriously. The games are sold out. They're packed before we even got to the arena, so I expect the same thing to happen, especially now with the kind of talent and level of players that you have playing in the FIBA World Cup. So it's going to be a great atmosphere, and I'm happy to play in it.
Proud host China head up Group A in the capital Beijing and face tough competition in the shape of Poland, Cote d'Ivoire, and Venezuela. Team Dragon will be keen to impress the home fans when they take to the court for the first time and have a talented group of players looking to make a big impact.
Gailou gets to steal the backboard and lays it in again. He's come out very aggressive here.
Leading the way is former NBA star Yi Yarlin, who averaged over 19 points per game in the qualifiers.
Oh, the alley-oop pass! Flushed by Yi.
Yi is obviously a key player for China. He's a well-known player and a respected player. I think his length, I think his ability to shoot and play on the perimeter inside out is something that we respect. Many players on their team we have caught our eye, but I think Yi, with his name, his experience, he's a guy we'll definitely spend a lot of time on with our scouting reporting game plan.
They will also be looking to young stars like Cho Chi. He had a standout double-double during the qualifiers, scoring 32 points and grabbing 10 rebounds against Syria.
Oh, look at that from Cho Chi.
They'll be hoping home court advantage can help them improve on their best World Cup performance back in 1994, when they finished 8th in Canada. It's been 52 years since Poland last reached the World Cup, and they shocked the basketball world with their brilliant performances in the qualifiers.
I can't believe. It was really a big thing for us, for Poland.
Qualifying for the World Cup was a dream come true. We got off to a slow start and 3-3, kind of stuck in the middle at the halfway point. But to finish as strong as we did, you just reflect on the work and the heart of the team. And I was so proud of our team making our dream come true.
The Poles went on a 5-game winning streak to close out the qualifiers and are working hard to carry that momentum into the finals as they face one of their biggest challenges.
China, the host, for sure. Full gym, amazing feeling, playing against a country that is really into basketball. It's going to be really, really exciting. We expect them to play really hard and with a lot of energy.
I think that for us, it's going to be a great challenge going onto their home court. But for us, we're looking forward to that challenge.
Poland have one man who can make all the difference.
Mateusz Panika is a fantastic player. I think other players will get a lot of attention and focus, but for our team and for our you know, what we've been the last 6 years, Mateus has been right at the heart of it.
Panitka's really up for it. And the slam dunk, Matus Panicka.
There's something special about Mateus in terms of his ability to, you know, to perform. When there's pressure, when it's a big game, an important game, he always is present. He'll find a way to impact the game in many ways. And what you see, he's successful for a reason. He's established himself for a reason because his work ethic, his intensity, his focus, his competitiveness, it's really a special thing.
Venezuela qualified comfortably for their 4th World Cup and their first since 2006, and faced Poland in their first match of the tournament.
With Venezuela, they're a battle-tested team. They're an experienced team.
They will play tough basketball, like all the South America players.
I think they have, you know, if you compare their team to our team, it's similar that they've been together for a long time. They've got the brothers that are very skilled in the backcourt and can create. But what I like about watching them and preparing for them is they play with a lot of spirit, they play with a lot of heart.
Taylor is right. The standout performers for Squadra Criolla in qualifying were brothers-in-arms Gregory and Jose Vargas.
Vargas, why not? Downtown, Jose Vargas.
The Venezuelan team led the way in offensive rebounding during the Americas qualifiers, reaching 15.5 per game. Comeback kings Cote d'Ivoire defied the odds to win their final 3 games to oust Cameroon as the best third-place side, booking a slot at their 4th World Cup.
The way they qualified, coming back, and it was kind of an amazing. We respect the team as an athletic team, a physical team, and a team that can really, you know, impose their style of play.
Les Elephants will have great momentum and will again be pinning their hopes on Professor Fofana and Guy Landriedi to make the difference, having both impressed in their thrilling run to the finals.
Into Guy, Eddie, look out! This is the gold medal game of the 1994 World Championships of Basketball between the United States, aka Dream Team 2, and the Russians. Here's Dumars. Pulls up for 3. I think these guys mean business today, folks. Basarevic is dangerous in the open court. Takes the elevator to the top floor, and only he got off. Kemp inside, slam it home. Nobody does the voodoo like you do, Sean Kemp. Basarevic and Kemp coming up with another block. He says, I can do one better. It's a Czech attack. Something to contend with. And a nice 3-point shot there by Delaney. Oh, man! Damani with a little face job on Dan Marley. Morning. Oh, baby, that's in the face. And we are in the dying seconds of the gold medal game. The Americans leading in 132-89. It has been a picture of dominance. And that 3-pointer sets a new record for most points scored in a game by the United States. Final score, 135-91. They take home the gold.
Wuhan plays host to Group B. Nigeria and Korea will be looking to make their mark on the World Cup, but face 2 nations with a rich history in the competition, Russia and Argentina. Russia qualified for their 9th World Cup in dramatic fashion, sealing victory over Finland on the final game day to claim their place in China.
They're going to China, and they're going to the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
And it was a tremendous game for us from the audience standpoint. Full gym, a very tough fight, and we won the game. We deserve to be in the World Cup.
Shooting guard Alexei Shved impressed during qualifying, but misses out on the finals with an ankle injury. So responsibility falls to the likes of Andrei Vorontsevich and Dmitry Kvastov to make the difference.
Foster puts it up.
Arguably, their toughest group game will be against Argentina.
Argentina is definitely a biggest menace for us. Very experienced team, always hustling, always tough players and know how to play basketball.
Although head coach Sergei Bazarevich believes the focus should be elsewhere.
We don't think about challenges, we think about ourselves. This is the most important thing. Sometimes you think this team is not that good, but then you face like Korea, you know, sort of basketball you don't expect, and we have to be prepared for this.
Russia will be looking to make that elusive final step to World Cup glory this time around, having lost in the final twice, against the USA in 1994 and Yugoslavia in 1998. Another team looking to emulate past successes are Argentina. The South American Giants have won 25 of the 33 games they have played in the FIBA World Cup since 2002. Only the USA and Spain have more wins in that time.
Takes the tough three. Oh!
Facundo Campazzo could be the star man for Argentina. He averaged 17.5 points and 8 assists during qualification, and will be supported by the veteran Luis Scola, who will be making his 5th appearance in the competition.
To me, he's the example for our young kids in terms of hard work, commitment, compete, the way he feels the Argentinian national team.
Scola was part of the team that lost out to Yugoslavia in 2002, but Argentina have tasted World Cup glory in the past, having won the inaugural competition way back in 1950. This is the 8th time Korea have qualified for the World Cup and will be looking to surprise a few people after qualifying impressively.
Feeds it inside to Ra for the jam.
The standout performer in qualifying was Raguna, who averaged just under 27 points and 12 rebounds, and is confident his team can make their mark in China.
Give it our all. We always kind of the underdog team because we're a little bit smaller than everybody else, but we got a lot of fight in us. We got some of the greatest shooters in the world. So these guys, we practice like 3 times a day, and after that, they still want to stay after and shoot even more. It's crazy how much these guys work on their craft, especially their shot.
Young-Hoon Lee also impressed during qualifying and knows the challenges his team face in the group stages.
To be honest, there are many talented players in Argentina, Russia and Nigeria. Many are in the NBA. All 3 teams are going to be a tough battle. As long as we focus on getting ourselves prepared instead of being frightened, I think we can show how well the Korean national basketball team can perform.
Another nation looking to upset the odds is Nigeria. They finished top of their group and were the only team in Africa to have scored more than 1,000 points in qualifying.
Bounce pass, and he dunks it.
They will be looking to veterans like Ike Diak and Al Farouk Aminu to help guide them to success.
And Al Farouk goes in for the two-handed jam.
I think we could do a lot of damage, to be honest, man. I really like our team. We really got some really nice, good young guards. And then we also have the core that's pretty much been there from the start. I do feel confident about what our team might be able to do.
The D Tigers are aiming to improve on their last World Cup appearance, which saw them make the last 16 back in 2006.
Now Nigeria have a chance to tie or even take the lead. Wineke will pull up for the 3.
Hits it!
After the break, we will feature Group C and D, home to a few nations who could go all the way to the final in China. Group C contains one of the favorites for supremacy in China, as Spain go up against Iran, Puerto Rico, and Tunisia.
Colom into the paint, throws it up and lays it in.
Ranked 2nd in the world, Sergio Scariolo's team boasts a wealth of experience that comfortably qualified for the finals after claiming 10 victories in 12 games.
Here comes Spain, still full of energy down the floor. 3-point shot will go.
We have high expectations, ambitions and hope that we can achieve a gold medal. This will be a challenge for the whole team.
Spain have fond memories of Asia as they won gold in Japan at the 2006 World Cup.
Into the corner for Garbajosa, another one. Spain, they're the world champions. It's such an exciting team to watch.
With a roster containing the likes of Marc Gasol, brothers Juan and Willie Hernan Gomez, and Ricky Rubio, few would bet against them being in the hunt for the medals.
It's true that this team has always shown the spirit and pride for fighting for medals at the World Cup. When we start to concentrate and the World Cup begins, we'll be able to see where our level is. But from the very start, we want to get a medal.
La Roja demonstrated their tenacity during qualification as they grabbed an average of nearly 40 rebounds per game, more than any other European side. Spain's biggest threat in Group C could come from three-time Asia Cup winners, Iran.
Charlie's going to have a chance. He pulls up. Oh, he hits a three!
Making their third consecutive appearance at the World Cup, Iran secured their spot in China with a shock win over Australia on the final day of qualification.
Nice pass, big time finish. Iranian ignition in Tehran.
We try to play fast. We try to use a simple way to get a score. And, you know, we emphasize on a good defense, our defense. We have experience, you know, we have a good player. We work hard, and, you know, we expected to have a very good games.
Iran first qualified for the World Cup in 2010 and have only 2 wins to their name. But the skills of Mohamed Jamshidi, together with the physicality of 7'2" center Hamid Hadidi, could see a change to those stats.
The national team be like 18 years, 17 years, I think. Every time I come here, with injury, without injury, I fight, you know, for team, for my flag, for Iran. I do my best, you know, like I try to do my best to help the team to win. I put everything, all the energies, everything on the court.
Making their 14th appearance at a World Cup, Puerto Rico will fancy their chances of advancing from the group stages when the action gets underway.
Nice pass, Clemente throws it down in the lane.
The 3-time AmeriCup gold medalists booked their tickets to China with a gutsy display on the final day of qualification against Uruguay.
6 on the shot clock now. It's got to get something going to the basket. Big three. 6 the triple.
John Clavel's field goals were a key factor for Los Galos reaching the World Cup, and they'll be relying on his sharpshooting if they want to challenge the big guns. 4th place at the 1990 World Cup is their best finish, and they'll be hoping to click once again on the big stage if they are to replicate a similar performance. Puerto Rico have scored over 40% of their attempted three-pointers in the last 3 tournaments. No other team in that time period has a higher scoring ratio from beyond the arc. At their debut World Cup appearance in 2010, Tunisia went 0-5 as they finished dead last in the standings. Nevertheless, they've improved immensely since then and won 10 games in a row to ease through qualification.
And it is a Tunisian team which has cemented itself at the top of African basketball.
Their upturn in fortunes has seen them crowned AfroBasket champions twice, giving them an abundance of big tournament experience.
Champions! Tunisia are AfroBasket 2017 winners!
Having spent 5 years in the NBA, Tunisia will be looking to star center Saleh Majri to lead the way in China. Their resolute defense was on full display throughout qualifying, as they only conceded an average of 56 points, the lowest of every nation involved in qualification.
LeBron James, and it goes to Dwight Howard. And the rebound again goes to the Americans. Bounce pass. Oh, and just like that, LeBron James. Some of the self-belief growing in the Greek team. No question about it. You can feel it. Up ahead to big man, Schwarzenegger for the dunk. And just like that, it's 36-35. Diamantidis for 3. Count it. He hits it. Greece have taken a 62-50 lead. This is remarkable. Entry pass to Dakota, and he makes it. The Saitama Arena is going nuts. Wade drives in all the way, and it gets out to Spanulis, who has enough time. Drives in and scores for Greece. How's that for a finish to the third quarter? which has been owned by Greece. No question about it. In the corner, Kurt Heinrich for three. Count it! The USA are coming back. It's a 5-point lead. Spanoulis open for three. Oh, he has it! Vasilis Spanoulis! Time is the enemy. Heinrich from the corner. Nails the three! 22 seconds to play. The United States down by 6. LeBron James right down the lane. It goes up for the two-handed jam. Greece are going to upset the United States. The clock is ticking down. 3 seconds. Chris Paul. Greece have stunned the United States of America. Theo Papaloukas kicks the ball up to the stands. Celebrations underway here in the Saitama Arena for them and their fans.
The southern China city of Foshan hosts Group D, which sees Serbia, Italy, the Philippines, and Angola face off. 4 sides, rich in basketball history, all looking for glory in China. Serbia are one of the favorites for gold, but they had to wait until the very last day to secure their World Cup place. An impressive victory over Israel, sealing the deal.
What a pass! What a play! You can pack your bag, Serbia. You are going to China.
The Serbs will have a wealth of talent on their roster with Nemanja Bjelica, Nikola Jokic, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Bodan Marjanovic, all set to start.
This is like the biggest competition, and everybody wants to be part of that.
Big time offensive rebound and stuff from Boban Marjanovic.
It's just awesome feeling to put a jersey on and just represent, to play either in front of your crowd or on the road. It's amazing feeling, really.
And they have big ambitions this time around.
My obsession or my philosophy is that our national team has to go in every competition for the medals. We have no right to escape from trying to get the gold.
They'll be looking to go one step further, having lost out in the 2014 final to the USA. Making their 9th appearance at the World Cup, Italy are determined to build on their strong performances during the qualifiers.
Italy have booked their place on the plane to the World Cup finals in China, and let's wait to see what the Italians can do on the biggest stage of World Cup basketball.
Marco Bellinelli could be the key for the Italians, bringing a wealth of experience to the team.
Very important for us to be back in the World Championship. I played one World Championship in 2006, I think, so it's a great experience. For the old movement in basketball, I think in Italy is really important. I want to play, it's really important, and I think we have a good team, good coach, so we're going to try to do our stuff.
Danilo Gallinari is another star who can make an impact in China and is looking forward to the challenge.
You have the chance to play against the best teams in the world, and you have the chance to travel in China in a country that I've been already, but it's always a good cultural experience, and just to play the game at the highest level.
And Gallinari goes up and lays it up and in.
Daniele Gallinari.
The Philippines booked their spot in China after some brilliant performances in the final phase of qualifying, with victories over Qatar and Kazakhstan.
Such a tough task, but they've done it. They're through to the World Cup finals.
Just making the World Cup in itself is already an achievement for us. But when we get to the World Cup, we want to be able to compete. I'm sure the fans are very happy. I'm very thankful for all the support of the Filipino public because they love basketball.
Most impressive in their final game was former NBA star Andre Blatch. The center finished the night on 41 points and 13 rebounds.
Steps back, shoots the three. Oh! Can you believe it right about now? Blatch is just dominating the game on his own.
Angola are making their 9th appearance in the World Cup and will be hoping to build on their strong finish to the African qualifiers.
Jerson Domingos drives, makes the 2 and 1. Quite incredible from Angola's number 1.
Yannick Moreira led the way for Angola, scoring an average of just under 13 points, as well as averaging over 7 rebounds per game.
Nice bounce pass in, oh look out, wow! Huge dunk from Yannick Moreira.
Groups E and F are packed with basketball powerhouses and young, exciting talent. And of course, the reigning champions looking to make it 3 in a row. History is within reach for reigning champions USA as they bid to become the first nation to win 6 World Cups and the first country to lift 3 consecutive Naismith Trophies. But they face a strong challenge in Group E as they take on debutants Czech Republic, an exciting Japanese side, and European powerhouse Turkey. Led by legendary coach Greg Popovich, the USA's roster is a mixture of experienced NBA veterans and enthusiastic young talent.
We don't have the LeBron, KD, Kobe group that won the Olympics the last couple times. We've got a team full of really good players, some all-stars, but we're more evenly balanced. So we've got a group that has to defend and play well together and run off misses and get stops and score in transition.
We're ultra competitive. Whatever we have to do, we have to come together, learn on the fly, get to know each other on the fly, and go out there and try to beat whoever comes up against us.
The United States made it to China after picking up victories in 10 of their 12 World Cup qualifiers.
They put it up from deep.
Oh, he hits it! Can you believe it? Reggie Hearn has struck with a dagger!
We have a lot of guys who are willing to do what it takes for the team to win. And anytime you have that, it's very exciting, and it gives us a chance to be something special.
When it came to field goals in 2014, no team was more clinical than the Americans. They made over 52% of their attempts in Spain, and they'll need those kind of stats again if they want that World Cup three-peat. The US will have to be at their very best when they go up against a tenacious Turkey team.
Open is Cedi Osman. You can see he's really trying to get this crowd into it.
The Turks went 9-3 in qualification to seal their spot in China.
This team obviously off to China for the World Cup.
I think everybody's dreaming about World Cup and playing over there in China. Obviously, it's going to be really tough, but I believe that we have a really good team and we're a young and talented team, and we'll see what we can do.
Entering the tournament for the 5th time, Turkey's best finish was in 2010, as the host nation went all the way to the final, only to be beaten by a powerful United States. Turkey boasts NBA stars Ersan İlyasova, Furkan Korkmaz, and Cedi Osman on their roster, so have the potential to be in the mix for medals once again.
When I wear the national team jersey, I realise how much I miss it. This group of players have been playing for Turkey since they were very young, so know the importance of it. I think it's going to be the X factor to our success.
Turkey have shown tremendous grit at previous World Cup campaigns. They have won 5 of the last 7 games in which they were trailing at halftime. While Turkey's route to China was relatively straightforward, Japan's was anything but. They lost their first 4 qualifiers, but never gave up hope.
That's game over, a 1-point victory for Japan. They put themselves in contention to qualify.
Julio Lamas's side won their next 8 games in a row as they sealed their spot at the 2019 World Cup in their final match against Qatar.
Japan have qualified for the FIBA World Cup. Japan are on their way to China.
Making their 5th World Cup appearance and their first in 13 years, Japan's best performance at the tournament is an 11th place finish back in 1967. Nevertheless, they could surpass previous accomplishments as they possess a genuine star in Washington Wizards forward Rui Hachimura.
I've been dreaming about it, the playing for Japan and play in the World Cup. It's a good opportunity to show how we can do, against the world, and especially one of the top, country, the US. I'm so excited about it.
The Czech Republic were one of the revelations of the European qualifiers.
Inside to Vesely with another jam! And Vesely with authority.
8 victories were enough to propel the Czechs to their first ever World Cup.
And the Czech Republic know that they're on their way to the biggest dance, the biggest show in world basketball. It's the World Cup.
For us, it's kind of dream. We never imagined that we would have a chance to compete in the World Cup with our national team, so it's a huge success.
Chicago Bulls guard Tomas Satoransky only featured in 2 of the qualifiers, but still made a huge impact for the Czechs.
He drives inside, blows the right hand, gets the right hand to go. Huge play by Satoransky. Ice in his veins.
We're not going there just to be there and watch the World Cup. We want to compete, and we obviously have this kind of goal, but we have to go game by game. It's going to be 3 super important games, so we'll see, but we definitely want to compete there.
The Czechs' tenacity at the basket was a key reason for them sealing their spot in China. During the qualifiers, they won 6 of their 7 games when they out-rebounded their opponents.
The gold medal in the FIBA World Championship is at stake. Lamar Odom for Team USA in blue, Omer Asik wearing white for Turkey. Kevin Durant gets open and does what he does best. Kevin Durant gets free, Ilyasova, and shoots from 3-point range. Turkoglu for 3, good! Turkoglu from the corner, and Hato puts Turkey into the lead. Durant for 3, count it! Kevin Durant has an answer. Iguodala over to Kevin Durant, he doesn't miss. The Americans in control right now by 10. Over to Durant, long 3, good! Durant for 3, and 6 straight points for the United States. Arslan for 3, good. 3 on the shot clock, and he puts it up and scores. Good patience from him. Totri takes the 3 and hits it, but it just seems like there's not going to be any way back. Oh, Westbrook goes behind his back, and in it goes to Iguodala. What a move. They've taken some hits in international basketball over the years, but now, with the World Championship, the United States will be the #1 team in the FIBA World Rankings.
One of the biggest stars in world basketball will be in action in Nanjing as Giannis Antetokounmpo pulls on the blue and white jersey of Greece as they bid to lift the Naismith Trophy for the very first time. They're accompanied in Group F by 2-time World Cup winners Brazil, newcomers Montenegro, and World Cup veterans New Zealand. This season, Antetokounmpo is named as the NBA's most valuable player, proving himself as one of the world's best.
Antetokounmpo spin move, gets inside, puts it up and in.
And the Milwaukee Bucks power forward is eager to achieve greatness with his country.
We have a group, I think, that can play fantastic basketball. A group that really dominates in Europe and in the NBA. You know, I'm just happy to represent my country. I'm happy to represent my family. You always gonna see the smile on my face because I love playing basketball. I love representing my country, and hopefully we can, achieve something great this summer.
He'll go down as the best player ever in Greece, and has changed the basketball of Greece. You know, we have the best player in the world on our team, and we have a lot of guys around that can play with him and the supporting cast. So we're very confident that hopefully we can go far, and hopefully we can get to that point where we have a chance to medal.
With just a single defeat at the hands of Serbia during qualification, Greece made it through to China with ease.
This is everything. One last chance for Greece. Finds Papanikolaou, who lays it up for the win!
Their best World Cup performance came in 2006, when they caused a huge shock by defeating a star-studded USA in the semifinals, on their way to claiming the silver medal. And with Giannis on their roster, together with his brother Thanasis, the sky's the limit for this robust Greece team.
It's amazing. It was always our dream to play together in the national team. You know, if you tell them to run through a wall, they're going to run through a wall. They're not going back down from nobody. They're not going to never give up. You're never going to see their heads down. You know, they're going to give 100%. Winning the World Cup in China with my brother will be amazing. It'll be a dream come true, but it's just going to be the beginning.
Even without the Greek freak during the qualifiers, Greece proved that they are far from a one-man team. They scored just under 50% of their attempted field goals, the best shooting percentage in all of Europe. South American giants Brazil enter the World Cup as one of the most experienced teams in the competition.
Back door. Oh, that was cheap seats. Get it out of there.
Alexander Petrovic's side won 9 of their 12 qualifiers to secure their place in China.
Milligan looking to go. Oh, what a move! Oh, what a chase down block. Brazil punched their ticket to the FIBA World Cup.
Brazil is another team that he can play on the open court. They have very experienced guards. The team is 50% of experienced guys and young guys.
Attractive, up-tempo Brazilian basketball.
I think we can make a lot of noise coming to the World Cup with the young guys, with the more experienced guys, showing us the roads we can take to improve basketball in Brazil and trying to win something meaningful for our country.
Brazil won gold back in 1959 and 1963. And with veterans such as Leandrino Barbosa, Marquinhos Souza, and Anderson Vejao on their roster, capturing a medal in China would not be out of the question. While Brazil will be making their 18th World Cup appearance, it'll be the first time that Montenegro will be competing on the grandest stage of all.
Incredible! Ivanovic throws it in from a long way out.
Montenegro punched their tickets to China with a thrilling victory over Latvia on the final day of qualification.
Popovic now for the three! Oh, Popovic hits the clutch three! They have made it through to the first ever World Cup finals in the country's history.
Orlando Magic All-Star Nikola Vucevic will lead the way in China as coach Zvezda Mitrovic attempts to create more history by advancing from the group stages.
Gives a chance, for young kids now to watch us play on the biggest stage of the World Cup and be motivation for them. They want to do that one day, hopefully. But it's a huge thing for our country, for us to be able to go there in a big stage, represent our country is huge.
Montenegro were relentless at the basket in qualification. They grabbed 155 offensive rebounds, more than any other European side. Making their 6th appearance at the World Cup, Oceania stalwarts New Zealand are another nation who will have one eye on the knockout stages.
The tie, he goes in and dunks it.
The Tall Blacks booked their spot in China after winning 10 of the 12 World Cup qualifiers.
New Zealand, real fighters. They don't give any chance to the opponent to go aggressive on them. They fight.
The New Zealand Tall Blacks, they are tough.
A 4th place finish in 2002 is their best ever result. But with guards such as brothers Corey and Ty Webster at their disposal, the Tall Blacks should not be underestimated. New Zealand's offense was on full display in qualification. They managed a total of 1,090 points, more than any other side from Asia and Oceania. Since 1967, the famous James Naismith Trophy has been proudly held aloft by the victorious team. But now, it's different. Still named after the creator of basketball, James Naismith, a beautiful new trophy has been created for the 2019 World Cup. For his grandson, Jim, its legacy still delights him and his family to this day.
When he discovered how popular it became and how quickly, I think he was probably just amazed. Just a multitude of people I've met in basketball that are just super people, and how they've applied the game to their lives. They're impressive stories. I ought to write them all down. I'm delighted when the person that receives the trophy understands the background and knows what it really means. And if the man himself were handing them that trophy, they would look at him and say, "Yeah, I really thank you."
Coming up, we'll take a look at the chances of our final 8 teams from Groups G and H, which includes one of the pre-tournament favorites, France.
Gobert and the two-handed flush by the big man.
Shenzhen is home to Group G and hosts 2 former bronze medalists in Germany and France, with Jordan and the Dominican Republic looking to defy the odds and cause an upset. France qualified impressively for China, only losing twice along the way.
Buchai lays it off.
Lazor with the power. France finished top of Group K, and there will be ones to look out for.
They top their group with more assists than any other side in Europe, with an average of just under 22 per game.
To Batum, to Gobert, and the two-handed flush by the big man.
One player that can prove pivotal for Les Bleus is Rudy Gobert. Fresh from winning the NBA Defensive Player of the Year for the second time in a row, he's determined to make an impact in China.
The World Cup, it's always been a dream, and it still is, and now it's becoming more like a goal, and we know that it's very hard, especially with the US and all the talented teams that are out there. We don't go out there just to play, we go out there to try to win the highest reward.
And first up for France is a side they know well.
Germany we know because the last European Championship we lose against them on quarterfinal.
When you lose against a team, you never really forget it, so you kind of owe them.
They're gonna bring the best players in their country, so it's gonna be competitive.
They have good players, NBA players. They have Schroeder, who's very fast, who's their main guys, obviously. That's gonna be a tough challenge for sure.
The French finished with a bronze medal at the last World Cup. Upgrading to gold is their goal.
The final. That's our goal. Then I think we're very ambitious. As I said, we're young, so we have a lot of energy. I think everyone is very ambitious here.
Another impressive team in qualifying was Germany.
And the German juggernaut continues to plough past everything in its path to China.
They were the only team in Europe to score an average free throw percentage over 80, as well as being the only European side to net over 1,000 points.
Jabez! One-hand jam!
I think Germany has a bright future. We have a very young team, but they love each other and they fight for each other, and then good things will happen.
Germany will be looking to Dennis Schroeder to impress in his first World Cup appearance, with the NBA star scoring an average of over 23 points and over 7 assists per game in qualifications.
Oh, what a pass from the alley-oop! Dennis Schroeder again. Again, it's Dennis Schroeder. Great vision.
I mean, I love to play for the national team, so it's always great. I'm always available for the national team. We just want to compete every game, just try to get out there, try to compete, try to win games.
Their best showing in a World Cup was back in 2002, when they beat New Zealand to claim third spot, with German legend Dirk Nowitzki picking up the tournament MVP. The Dominican Republic booked their second consecutive World Cup appearance by finishing as the fourth best team in the Americas.
Shots up for three is good! And the crowd erupts!
For me, it'll be my first time. So it's an amazing feeling just being involved in the qualifiers. I can't imagine. I've never been to anything like that, so yeah, I'm just amazed to be a part of the beginning stages of it.
The standout performer for Los Quisqueyanos was Victor Liz. He averaged close to 14 points per game during the qualifications.
Victor Liz with a smooth reverse layup in the foul.
Jordan are through to just their second World Cup, having made the final tournament back in 2010.
This is a Jordan team that does not want to take its foot off the pedal right now.
Wins over China and New Zealand in their last two fixtures secured their spot in the finals.
Jordan are World Cup bound to not just get to the World Cup, but to get there in style with momentum.
We just want to go and be able to compete. We've got a fairly young team. Mixed with a couple of older veteran players. We would like to get out of our group if we can find a way to do that, but at least be very competitive in our games.
Dar Tucker will be one to watch for Jordan, as he averaged just under 22 points per game during the qualifiers.
Now Tucker gets inside for the two-handed jam. It's been a long journey to this point, and that is the prize. The winner of this game will capture the prestigious trophy here. Serbia in red, USA in the white. Teodosic hits the Bjelica. Oh, goes up for the dog! Nemanja Bjelica. Kyrie Irving for three. It's good. And now the USA have the wind in their sails. Irving quickly to the other end, goes straight to the hole. Shakes and bakes out top, then drives in and puts it up. And he goes to Calipari.
And this is USA basketball. You get a steal, you run, and you finish it off with a dunk.
Harden and another three-pointer. Over to Kyrie Irving yet again, left open, and he makes him pay. Passes over to DeRozan, and from the right corner, DeRozan joins the three-point shooting party. And the pass and the dunk. Curry puts up a three, and the Golden State Warriors have contributed to this effort. The USA, having won in 2010, bring a lot of new players, and they have marched to the gold medal. They have done it back-to-back for the first time in their famous international basketball history.
With teams stuffed full of big names, it's easy to see why Group H has been dubbed the Group of Death, as Australia, Canada, Lithuania, and Senegal are set to lock horns in China. With a roster full of upcoming young talent, Canada entered the tournament full of confidence.
Oh, look at the spin from Joseph. Oh, put it on the highlight reel.
The talent level, I think, is where you start when you're assessing, the state of basketball in Canada. And the number of NBA players is increasing like crazy every year. It's astonishing, to be honest with you, all the talent and good players that the country's producing, I think, says a lot for Nash and his era. 20 years ago, those kids were watching him play, and now they're emulating him, et cetera. I think the Raptors' success in recent years is certainly going to help that again, another push forward. I think it's exciting times.
Canada's offensive prowess was on full display during the qualifiers. They were the only team in the Americas with an average of over 90 points a game. But there is no guarantee that Canada will be able to escape Group H, as they will have to get past basketball royalty in the shape of Lithuania.
Nice pass back, and a big slam dunk by Valanciunas.
The Baltic Giants secured their World Cup berth after losing just one of their 12 qualifiers.
Kalnietis for three! Ah, he hits the three!
I believe that to any Lithuanian kids, playing basketball professionally is a dream come true. And the ultimate level of all this is representing your own country. So whether it's a Eurobasket or a World Cup, it's a great honor and everyone's dream.
Their best World Cup performance came in 2010, when they picked up a bronze medal. And having selected NBA luminaries Domantas Sabonis and Jonas Valanciunas, they will be hungry for success in China.
In Lithuania, requirements and expectations for the team are always the highest. So, first of all, everyone's expectations will be to qualify for the Olympic Games. And in Lithuania, everybody talks about the need to win a medal.
A physically imposing side, few countries are as competitive as the team in green. Lithuania grabbed 338 defensive rebounds in the World Cup qualifiers, more than any other European nation. Oceania powerhouse Australia boasts a roster full of NBA talent and checked into China after impressively going 10-2 in their qualification campaign.
Here's Lesh of the top. Sobe, are you serious?
For us, we're in a tough group. We have Canada and Lithuania off the bat, so only two of us are going to get through, so it's going to be a dogfight from the first second that ball goes up against Canada.
Australia's best World Cup performances came in 1982 and 1994, where they finished 5th. The Boomers now have an experienced nucleus with the likes of Matthew Dellavedova, Joe Ingles, and Patty Mills set to don the green and gold in China.
We've never medalled, and we've been so close. I think we've been 4th now 3 times at Olympic Games, which is just stressing in itself. But yeah, to have our names etched in history forever as the first group to do that would be pretty special.
We're going to go out there and try and compete to win that gold medal. So, you know, that experience from the NBA has shown everyone that we can win at the highest level. So, you know, let's bring it back to the national level and try and win for Australia.
To be that team and be a part of that team that brings home that medal, yeah, would just mean the world. It'd be locked up in my safe and wouldn't be coming out very often.
The final team in Group H features one of the tournament's most exciting participants as Senegal enter the fray.
Oh, the Jam City from Phi.
Senegal, they're really good. And I have one of my teammates, Maurice Ndour, who I'll probably hopefully see over there, is on the Senegalese national team. And we played against them in the Philippines also for Olympic qualifiers. And they're a really good, long, athletic team.
This will be the Lions' third consecutive World Cup, and they're hungry to upset their more illustrious opponents in China. The stage is now set for the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. We'll see you next time in China.